right. All right. There we go. Let's fix the camera. Ah, we are live. Finally back with more One Punch Man. Late, but I figured let's just get it done today while the urge was still hot. All right. Let me do this. Copy link. Ugh. All right. We should be live. Welcome all. Back again. I was hoping to do this a lot earlier, but translators said, you know what, let's take our sweet time today. Now, going into this, I have no spoilers, so that's good. I want to keep that way not only for this series, but for One Piece. I am waiting for TCB scans, not Qbari or the One Piece scans. One Piece, the fan one. I'm waiting for the TCB scans because I trust their source. So please, whoever's going to be here, do not spoil for the chapter that just came out. We're waiting also for the webcomic chapter that's been out for like 3 or 4 days now that has not gone into translation. I don't know why, but yeah, that has now been out for 3 days and no one's translated it. I don't know if translators are just waiting for stuff or if it's busy for them, if there's not enough translators. I know it's a busy job for them, so not really sure what's going on there, but regardless, we are here again for One Punch Man. 188. So last time we left off, it was a very unique chapter. Wasn't even webcomic related. A lot of new things were thrown at us. It was a cool introduction of like a new hero and kind of again more perspective on where the hero system is currently standing with the association, but also just deeper diving into maybe where the society is going to be moving forward once a lot of this issue with the hero association gets changed. We're seeing the dark seedy underbelly again. I referenced the Black Club from Yu Yu Hakusho, where you had Tarukane doing a lot of illegal gambling of demons and people. Here we see a lot of illegal gambling of heroes and people's lives and monsters. And of course, at the very core of it, we had Sitch, who we've now been not Sitch. Oh my God, what was his name? Hold on, let me go back one chapter. Oh my goodness. You know what? Whatever. The guy. He's just been basically uh showing up time and time again as the main adversary of this, of the Hero Association being one of the main corrupted people. It's something with an S, I feel like. Whatever. Either way, we're here again with 188. So we have a My Mask on the cover. Interesting. I wonder where that's going to go. Appraisal. So if you're new here, number one, subscribe, like the video, comment, everything else. Two, we will be doing, the chapter reaction. Then we're going to have a discussion. Then we're going to go into webcomic discussion. I will make that apparent by the end of the video. That way we keep all spoilers out. And then for people who are watching the VOD later on and want to comment afterwards, if you are up to date with the webcomic and you want to comment in the comment section, please note that it is a spoiler before you post. I understand it's hard to do that sometimes, but for the benefit of everyone, let people who are not reading the webcomic know that you're going to spoil them. Okay? Cool. So, 188 appraisal. We have deep in the mountains of G City. This must be, because I think last time when we saw the samurai, when they gathered, I forget what city was in, but they were in a mountain area too. And yeah, this is a very Japanese or, very samurai-esque building right now. And I'm seeing 3 shadow figures. It's probably Atomic Samurai's disciples. And yeah, okay, on my mask. E Iron, handsomely masked Sweet Mask. So that's all the information we've got from investigating the area. So okay, so Sweet Mask is investigating something, I guess. So they're reading a report right now. So we have Okamitachi. Nothing is known about his history before his debut. And then Bushidro, his face often changes So plastic surgery is suspected, but there are no really, they're doing an investigation on my mask. There, we did in the last, well, 2 arcs ago, have E Iron have that moment with a my mask. So I wonder why they're curious now. His face is often changing due to plastic surgery. It is expected, but there are no actual records that any performances in medical institutions have been done. Maybe it's some kind of special ability. And if you did read the redraw chapters with Duas that one time, they did mention that, on my mask may be a monster. So this is very interesting. If that is the case, his history being this completely unknown is understandable. He could have been living a different life before he was a hero. Could he be a spy for the Neo and he gets cut off? Anyway, is it true, EI? When we were knocked out during the fight, you felt a conflict in his conscious or something, really. So we're flashbacking back to My Mask when he was about to murder the Mercs over here, which in the original chapter he did do, but in the redrawn chapter, E Iron and the Samurai disciples did save them, which that was one of the times I did agree that the redraws kind of were like unneeded. It's like I kind of like that, but whatever. In that situation where he could have targeted and attacked just the monsters, he instead voluntarily went to kill the hostages. I could only see a bloodthirsty, homicidal maniac in that moment. I mean, yeah, like look at his face and veins always popping with intensity. But during that time on the surface, how do I put it? It it looked like a monster without a human heart. Hmm. That was struggling to control its inner self and somehow get one. Hmm. Evil can be pretended like they have a heart. Don't you think it's a premature to trust him? We can confirm that in the future by continuing our own investigation. Instead, I sensed earnest in him as well. True. So, E Iron did see the dark and the light side of my mask, which I think there are layers to him. I know a lot of people in the manga don't like him, which is understandable. There's a lot of, negativity towards him that is earned. Because those who do not have something often know it's more valuable when they achieve it. Mhm. And then both the other disciples are like, yeah, we kind of get that. Kamatachi, but if that's true, we definitely can't take our eyes off him. If the face changes are not just some special ability, but a sign of potential monsterization, actually, it seemed to me like the area around his face was physically altered from emotional agitation. If we remember back during that redraw, and also kind of remember that Fear or Ugly completely destroyed his face. There are some weird peculiarities with a My Mask right now, so maybe he is a monster. And then I don't know how this is going to turn out for him. I hope the day comes when we can be glad we didn't let him get his hands dirty back then. So they're both hopefully wishing that my mask is not some weird person in disguise. And on my mask in the bright light, like a nice, it almost reminds me of like a sketch, like it's not fully done. Well, not like Hunter x Hunter kind of sketch, like actually good quality sketch. Let's investigate further and find more connections and evidence before we take this to Master. So they're going to do their own investigation on my mask. So a B plot has now opened up. Cool. Since he is very busy with the Reborn Council of Swordsmen right now. Wow, that's that what they're calling it? Because everyone else died. It's because it was just him, Atomic Samurai. Oh my god, what was the guy? The like old Fujitora guy, and the other two guys. The other three died, and and there was another one, but he turned into a monster, but he got killed too. So there's a new council of swords masters. I would imagine Spring Mustachio is on there, right? Right? So we backpedal. This actually reminds me of Genkai's place from Yu Yu Hakusho. So we see Atomic Samurai and three other swordsmen gathered at a shrine that has a commemorating the people that died. Let's see. What does that say? Stettel for the successive generations of the Council of Swords Masters. That might be a weird translation, but whatever. So basically, a grave to honor them. So we have Atomic Samurai, a guy that actually reminds me of the one dude who was bald. He kind of like was like this monk dude that kind of swatted away the black sperm guys. He's kind of like, yeah, in his very Buddhist monk attire. We have another person dressed in more of a black, maybe funeral attire with a white sash. He has one sword that's pretty long and has like a white sheath. I can't tell if that's a female or some guy with very long hair and almost not cookery swords, but a dual set of like, you know what? Actually reminds me of Zuko swords from Avatar, like those very cutlet kind of swords. Yeah. I wonder if, because there was that one dreadlock samurai guy. I wonder if that's his disciple. The Buddha one is probably the Buddha guy's his disciple. And then is that Spring? That maybe that's Spring Mustachio, and that's like because he was the disciple to the old dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, wait a wait, whoa, 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 wait. How the fuck is he alive? Hold your horses. That's the okay. Something's wrong here. No, ah, shit. Oh no, is this gonna be a rare L for the manga? What the fuck am I looking at? How is the Fujitora guy alive? He got melted in half and then he got punched. He did have that weird dimensional power that he pulled the Sunblade from, but hang on. So I was right. There is a girl, kind of like a Gyara looking girl with long hair. She has like a black bandana, Zoro cosplay, looking nice, cool. Giving some more love to female swordsmen. Okay with that. That's not Spring Mustachio. It's some guy with like shortcut on the side and long boy band hair, glasses, kind of like Tenya Ida, and they all have prayer beads. He's got a watch and yeah, kind of like a traditional funeral, not kimono, but like attire going on. Yeah, he looks like an office man, honestly, but with a sword. Atomic Samurai, obviously. But then you're here. I forget your name. What was his name? Oh fuck. Hold up. Let me look it up. One Punch Man Swordsman. Yeah, who was this guy? Council of Swordsmen. Without getting spoiled. Comment. Yeah. So there was Nichiren, the old dude. Yeah, the blind guy that's taught Spring Mustachio. There was Amahiri, the dreadlocks guy. I'm gonna imagine the girl with the tan is probably his disciple. And then Zombie, yeah, Zombie, like the guy who's bald and the scars. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah, like he had like this cool way of moving his sword that was like in like vertical slashes. And then Amurai, he like didn't he have like a spinning style? Yeah, he did have a spinning style. Like he was like Yoda. Yeah. Okay. And then Nichiren was like EI style where he like makes like a thrusting motion. Again, he was kind of like a Fujitora with his sword play style. And again, he had like some weird like dimensional ability which that never got explained. But wait a minute. I'm looking on the wiki. Yeah, like yeah, he was blown in half. How the fuck is he alive? All right, I need some actual explanation. I'm like, is this like his twin brother? Like, what's happening here? So yeah, so the tan girl, I imagine that's Amare's disciple. Rest in peace, Pops. Okay, so yeah, that's his daughter. Okay. I like her design. Yeah, the design's looking cool. Yeah, she's got like some Arabian like outfit going on. She kind of like looks like Android 21 in her Majin form. Like the outfit, but also like the Arabian cutlasses over here. Yeah. Okay. I'm digging it. I'm liking it. So yeah, Amurhe's daughter, Yota. Yota. Okay. All right. I like Yota. Is she gonna be cool later on? Maybe. I will completely eradicate all the remnants of the monster. Are there? I mean, a lot of people have been doing that, so I don't know if you'll get the chance. But she wants revenge. You will regret making me carry Pops's light. Wait. You will regret making me carry Pops's light coffin. Okay. Yeah, because her dad, the Buddhist guy, and then old man, yeah, because they got turned into the acid. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything left. So she's saying like there was nothing to carry home. But okay, well, I gotta hear the explanation, dude. How are you alive? this man. I'm sorry, Shindo and Yuta. So this guy is called Shindo. Just call him Ida. He looks like Ida from My Hero, like for real, for real. If we had been strong, so it is him. What? If we had been stronger, no. My father lived by the sword. Of course, yeah. Japan. You live and die by the sword. My father lived by the sword. To have fallen in the midst of battle, he cherished it, no doubt. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, his design, his dad, so it's generational stuff. That's number one. Zombie. You know what his design reminds me of? If you ever watched The Last Samurai, he reminds me of Katsumoto. That's what he looks like. Yo, oh shit. I never realized that. That's kind of cool. Maybe it is. I don't know. My father lived by the sword, so to fall in the midst of battle, he would cherish it, no doubt. Zombie's son, Shindo. So wait, is Spring Mustachio the son of the Buddhist guy? The Gramps, Nichiren? Because she's the daughter of the other guy. He's the son of the other one. Hmm. Okay. So it's a generational thing they pass on. Dude, I want the lore. My father was a bodyguard. My father was a bodyguard. I'm sure he'd be more pleased than anyone that the head of the council survived. Nietzsche. But how? How did he live? Yeah, Zombie Son Shindo. So we have Yuta and Shindo. I like their designs. They're really cool. I hope they pop off in the future. Yo, Nichiren. No, I need actual explanations. Yeah, so Nichiren, old man over here. Nichiren. Is your body all right? It shouldn't be. Okay. As you can see, I'm doing much. So, okay. So, cyber. Okay. Mm. Okay. Theory at the end. Does this maybe have something to do with Saitama's punch? Did the causality punch fuck up some more shit? Like again, we still don't know what's going on with Genesis 2 cores. We don't know why Saitama like had that hole in his pants from his costume. You know, Garo did go back and even talk to himself a little bit and even saw Tario. Like there's some weird shit going on. Maybe like did causality like blink and now this guy's alive? I don't know. That might be the theory, but let's see. As you can see, I'm doing much better. So he has a robotic leg on both ends. As with mastering anything else, circulating your key into your weapon, and it will become a perfect part of your body. Okay, so okay, wait. It's like some weird Netero shit. Like when Meruem cut off his leg. Like, what the fuck? Oh, you thought this is gonna stop me? Ugh. So, okay, so it's like Nen in the Force. Even if you get like a major injury, if you're like a master, you can like almost keep living like a cockroach. So, even though these are prosthetics, that's actually kind of cool. Genos should learn this. Like key control. His prosthetics are a part of his body, like spiritually now. It's the same for my blade or an artificial body. So oh, dude, the apple. No, are we getting to the apple? Oh, fuck. Okay. But I need more. Like, no, I don't. The key, like, it's cool, but it's like that's not an explanation. That's not a good explanation. I need more. Like, I could have sworn he got melted. So we have him throw up the apple. He twirls his sword around, does the EI Fujitora. And we see the apple, a mountain behind the apple. What is this Zorro shit? Oh my god. So cut what you don't. Oh, this is such a swordsman chapter. So cut what you don't want to cut. So if Saitama was here, he'd be like, "Yo, Gramps, you missed. You got the mountain, but not the apple." But no, this is supposed to be like a true swordsman cuts what he wants to cut. Okay, so the apple's fine. Is this guy actually? I think he is blind. What's going on with his eye? Like, now that he's alive, I guess we're gonna get a lot of explanations on one, the swords, the two mythical swords. Why does he have some weird like dimensional power he can do? What's going on with his eyes? And I guess now key control, which I guess is gonna be like Atomic Samurai's next training arc to master the Sunblade. So key control, like key exists here, which interesting. I'll talk about it more in the later section. So the apple falls down, but the mountain or like the hill over here got split apart. And then Yuta and Shindo are looking at the apple like, impressive, Gramps. You avoided contact with the apple, and yet the rock behind it was, yes, the apple has also been. Oh, he's doing the Roni Kenshin. Or recently, if you read the manga or watch the anime, he did a freaking Oden to the apple. He just cut it so fast. The molecules just, I assume that's what happened. Let me see. So both of them are like, wait, what? You actually did cut the apple? And then Atomic Samurai. Have you never seen this technique before? Nichiren's exquisite skill in the blade is so fast it doesn't open a cut. That hasn't even noticed it's been cut yet. Oh my dude. It's the Roni Kenshin molecule shit. So basically, you just cut so fast and so precise. The molecules are cut so evenly that they will get cut and then form back together like like they haven't been cut. But the slightest bit of agitation, they'll fall apart. Oh my god, this is Romy Kenshin. And then the two of them, wow, amazing. Some kind of Zen dialogue. I don't fully comprehend it, but it is fascinating. So Tenya Ida's like, I want to learn this skill. And then you the two. Wow, amazing. The peak of swordsmanship can reach such a level, it's like magic. It basically is. You have key control. You had a dimension open up. Like, oh, dude, I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. How did he live? So she's hyped. Again, like Atomic Samurai, he has the Sunblade, and we remember like he was in that like zone of concentration. So I imagine key control is going to help him master it. You haven't dulled your senses at all. That's a relief. Yes, so it's now Nichiren. Yes, and that reminds me, I heard Bang had retired as a hero. True, Bang. What will you do now, Kamikaze? I forget that's his real name. I prefer Atomic Samurai, but Kamikaze. You knocked on the hero door because you wanted to compete against the world best martial artist, Bang. Isn't that right? And he's like, that was. Once upon a time I did. However, now I get to experience things that I couldn't even imagine before. So he's thinking of, oh, see, this is why people have to respect what happened in the Monster Association for the characters. Like the S class had bonded on a level like none other. They had a flow to them. This is good. This is good character. He's like, I did it for my own selfish competition reasons, but now I realize being a hero, no, it matters. And teamwork. Okay, cool. Not to me, but wait, but the spirit of competition still sparks. Not to mention, among the top heroes, there are still a man whose true power I have yet to fathom, and we see the man himself, Kingu. Oh no, he doesn't understand the power, the depth of a king. So Atomic Samurai, whether or not I can continue depends on my appraisal of that guy. So King literally is the checker point if Atomic Samurai will still be a hero. Even though he appreciates everything else, he still wants some kind of rival. And the old man's like, "Oh, is that so? Yo, I like their designs. I keep saying it, but the designs are very dynamic. They're very attractive, like for one in particular. But like their designs are really good, really great. And thus, Atomic Samurai leaves them. You've changed, Kamikaze. You're more tolerant of others than you used to be. Shall I say you've broadened your horizon? You've placed yourself in a hodgepodge of strong individuals and have come to know various merits of strength, haven't you? So Sifu's like, good job, kid. You evolved as a person. So I have to go back and read. Like, how did this man live? This old man. Maybe being a hero isn't so bad either. So, ooh, that might be interesting foreshadowing. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Speaking of heroes, look at my two dynamic lads. The great and all powerful Saitama Shi, and then his main lad, his ultimate disciple, Genos, walking into the sunlit of like the hero base, beckoning down the lights upon them. Oh my god, look at them. Look at these two phenoms. Like, this is the real master and disciple, like, of the universe right now. Awesome. Okay, so they came back after like saving that one guy, like looking like studs. So back in the hero base, we have the GJ guy from A class that wanted to fuck up Saitama, but realized, oh, I can't do that. You guys is how. Oh, oh. So he made them a house. He made Overgrown Rover, in this case, Little Rover, and Black Sperm a little doggy house. That's so awesome and sad at the same time for Black Sperm. You guys' house is ready, so be grateful. And then Sperm's like, oh god, I really got no other choice but to pretend that I am a dog to these people, huh? I'll have to endure it for now. And here's some food. Ah, perfect food. Yeah, so he said he needs protein. So Overgrown Rover, happy little puppy. For now, I just need to devote myself to eating nothing but increasing my protein so my cell count will go back up, right? So he can get all the. Dude, he had like 50 trillion. He's going to have to eat like a lot. And Rover, again, I don't know what's going on with him. Why is he little? So Saitama and Genos walking up the staircase. And then DJ Boy, oh, you're back, Saitama. And you're with, oh, Demon Cyborg. And then Genos, yeah. Black Sperm's like, shit, fuck, Demon Cyborg? Oh, God, he'll recognize, yeah, because you ripped off his arm. Oh, dude. Genos, I don't know how Genos is going to feel about Black Sperm. He'd be like, yo, I remember you. Incinerate. You made a hut for Rover. Yeah, thanks, guys. Rover. Oh, no. Genos! What's an S-class hero like yourself doing here, Demon Cyborg? I'm A class, rank 31, Forte. Thank God, that's for us, man. Honestly, because this guy's so forgettable. So yeah, Forte. Nice to meet you. He lives next door to me. Oh, you're neighbors, huh? Sorry to rush you, but I'm going to have to ask you to hand over. Yo, he's like, hey, I have to be with my master. Get the hell out of your house. I'm buying it. Like, at all times. I want your room. No questions asked. Get the hell out. I'm going to bring my luggage in later today. Thank you. There's no even negotiation. Like, I'll give you like $100. No. I take your house. Get out. I live near my master. I'll be back later today. You get like 20 hours. That's all you get. Oh, Genos. Oh, my boy. M City. Who's in M City again? I gotta remember my cities better. I arranged the intercom systems, but he wasn't home. Is that so? Looks like it was a wasted of a trip. Oh, right. That's who lives in M City. So Atomic Samurai and his boys wanted to go see King, but he wasn't home. Ah. Maybe he's out exterminating monsters, hypothesized. And then Atomic Samurai. Yeah, I thought I used my sword to ascertain his caliber, but I'll have to come back again. Akamatachi then says, "Yay! It's been a while since we got to eat some sushi." And then Bushi Drill, "Yeah, you're so shamefully ferocious about it." And then E Iron, "I'll have some salmon. What about you, Master?" "Well, I'm not too sure." So they grab a plate. Ah, damn, it got taken. Oh, I suppose that's what they call a mayo. That's why I suppose they call mayo corn. I'll try it. Mayo corn. What the hell is that a thing? Mayo and corn. Oh, okay. So someone else grabs another plate. It was taken again. "Master, a big fat tuna is coming out. You bet." Oh, this is in Japan. This is one of those not sushi factories, but like the sushi belts. That's like you just sit down and basically whatever comes out on the line, you grab, and at the end of the day, you'll like stack up your plates. This is what Mental Bat and that one guy went to. Back in season 2. Yeah. During the martial arts tournament. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, hey, someone. Okay. So someone keeps taking their sushi trays. "Master, the guy's a civilian. We really shouldn't be angry at him." But then all of a sudden, Atomic Samurai and the disciples, shocked and amazed. Ah, the legend appears. We have a wild king, and he's a level question mark, question mark, question mark. So King is the one who's been stealing their sushi. "Well, I never expected to see you here. The Mr. Strongest Man on Earth." And then King, "Huh? What? What'd you say?" "I came here to meet you. See, I want to talk for a few minutes." Oh no, that's the end of the chapter. Oh, it came out so late, and yet, oh, that's it. Okay, what is this? Shindo can mean code of chivalry. Oh, so that one guy's name. "We won't be keeping the moniker directorate over the O in the future for convenience." Okay. So Shido. Shido. Okay. Cool. So that's the end of the chapter. All right. So let's review real quick. If anyone has any comments, comment now for the manga portion, and then we'll get into the webcomic section. So massive stuff for like the samurais. That's like a major focus. I did not think we'd be getting this. But I guess technically the first focus is My Mask. So the disciples who did run into a My Mask a lot and was kind of disturbed at his character of being a hero in the monster raid. They were like, at times he was like a wild animal, maybe monsterizing, which if we remember, Dues did hypothesize because she licked his blood that he is a monster. And now we're getting information that he has some hidden, if not no public records of his previous activities before becoming a hero. So that's kind of suspicious. So is a My Mask a monster? And if he is, what is his history and what is his goal? But E Iron, though he did sense malice, is also saying there is this air of kind of questioning around a My Mask that he's someone who hasn't landed on what he wants to be. And you kind of get that with this one picture here where it's like this very like silhouetted sketch of a My Mask surrounded in like a white void. It's like he doesn't quite know if he's going to become fully drawn into the shadows or will he stay into the light. So these guys are just very curious about My Mask, obviously because they're the three A classes behind him, but also because of what he did in the last arc. So that's pretty cool. I like that this new side plot. Very nice. Then we get more expanse on basically Genkai's mountain, but for the samurais, and we see that there is a gravestone for the people that died in the last arc, the Masters, except this old man, Nichiren, lived. I don't know how. They're like I guess the explanation that they're chalking it up to is one, key control. So that is now, I guess, maybe an explanation on how he unlocked the portal. Which, okay, but like, I don't know. That's weird. And then it's cybernetics. Like, I gotta go back to the chapter. What chapter was it? It was like what, like chapter 50 something, results, forfeit, check. Oh my god. Ambush, the line. It was like when backup. Okay, let me check this out. Backup. It might be this one. What chapter is this? This is chapter. Ooh, my mouse is going crazy. So this was chapter 146. Let's see. So we have Darkshine and everyone. Yeah, so this is when, yeah. So 146 is when they came in. So Nichiren, Zombie, and Amahuri. And even Nichiren also was talking to Bang a little bit. Like, they kind of knew each other. They were, like, comporing with each other. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, we see Nichiren just spins his blade and, like, an entire, like, section of a city gets split. That's also another thing in this chapter. No Spring Mustachio. I thought the guy next to Nichiren was going to be Spring. No, we, in fact, get new characters here. And they are the children of the two masters that were deceased by Vomit King Ugly, which, okay, so it's a familial thing with them, so it makes sense that they should take up their father's mantle. Cool. And I figured, Sprinting Mustachio was going to be coming here, but it's like, yo, we see, like, so it's not this chapter. Let me go to the next chapter. So now 146. Let me check this one. So this is one toxic substance. This is probably this one. So 147 is when Vomit King Ugly should be coming back, I assume. Yeah, Vomit King Ugly appears. Like a My Mask, Nichiren are taken aback. His ghastliness. Dark Shine tries to do his stuff against him. Didn't work. Yeah. So Zombie, the Buddhist man, comes in. He's like, I will beat you to a peaceful death. And then melts the sword because he grabs it. And then what? Yeah, one spit of acid, and this guy is dead. He got headshotted. And then Atomic Samurai loses one of his swords, as well as Nichiren. Yeah, Nichiren does the EI Ryo Ashura slash, but it's ineffective because I guess it melts before they could land a blow. So that's kind of interesting. Also shows that he can counter like Nichiren's like basically Ryo style. So this is 147. 148 is when they die then? Like the rest of them? Let me see. So this is more Bang and Garo stuff. So that's interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Which Bang was brought up in this chapter. So yeah. So he does the double like acid punch. And then Spring and EI are like, their masters are going to get hit. Yeah, Dreadlocks came in to save the day. So Amare came in here to save both of them. Kamiza take revenge for Zam. And then Nichiren knocks Spring Mustache out of the way. They both get hit. Amari just gets fucking melted, like to the bone. Like literally, you see his bones. It's disgusting. And oh geez, yeah. Vomit King Ugly just slurps him up. But then yeah, like look at this. I'll even link it in the chat. Which by the way, again, we're using Kyobari. It's like, wait a minute. This guy has like his organs and like his lower half is gone. Like, this is some Darth Maul shit. Like, he's instead of using the dark side, he's using ki. Like, this is putting Netero to shame. Like, I don't need legs to pray. It's like, yo, what the hell? Kamiza, the Council of Swords Master is now solely. Yeah, this kind of takes away from this whole thing. Like, he gave him the Sunblade, which, by the way, we don't see where the Sunblade is. He gave him the Sunblade and even like bestowed upon him the ritual rights of the samurai. It was like, you are the last of the masters. You need to keep our legacy alive. But it's like you're taking that away from Atomic Samurai because now this guy's alive. Yeah, take this. He pulled the prayer beads off him, did like the Bartolomeo like finger cross, and then the Sunblade appeared. So is this key related? I guess it has to be. This is the Sunblade, and then Spring Mustachio, the secret blade made on the ancient continent, which sank back into the ocean, said to have been passed down for generations in the Council of Swordsmen. Spring, you know of this? It is the first time I'm seeing it in person. And then Nichiren, it was watched. I've watched you grow before my very eyes as a true master. I leave the Council of Swordsmen in your hands, as well as the search for the sister sword, the Moonblade. Right, yeah, yeah. So the Sunblade and the Moonblade is said that a warrior who will wield this one day shall appear and with unparalleled power as the sword master, bring the legend to reality. Is the Council of Swordsmen's long-standing mission. Yeah, this guy should have been dead. Yeah, like yo, he gave like a final farewell to like his mask, like to Spring Mustachio. Okay, so yeah, they made like heavily apparent that this guy was gonna die, and like, okay, key control. So basically, key control is very very powerful. Okay, I'll accept that because now we're gonna get like a very cool power up for I assume Atomic in the future. But wait a minute, come on, like, nah, I think Old Man should have died. Like, it would have been one thing if he lost a leg or both his legs. He lost like most of his organs. Like, I don't care, like cybernetics, key control. No, 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 no. He should have died. So I said it during the chapter. Is it possible that the causality fist did it like fluctuate the timeline even more so than we realize? If that's going to be the answer later on, I will be okay with that. Outside of that, I don't understand how Nichiren survived. Like key control, no. Cybernetics, nah, no, no, no. Like that can only go so far. And because you're doing that, you're taking away from Atomic Samurai. Again, I don't see the Sunblade on him. I imagine he still has it. I assume he's still gonna fulfill the quest Nichiren gave him. Because even here he acknowledged that Atomic Samurai has grown exponentially in his character, which, that'll mean like he's a very more powerful individual. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels weird. I like the introduction of the two kids. They're very cool. I like their design. I like Yuta's design. Her Arabian look is muy bueno, muy bueno. Olga. Fubuki was shown healing Nichiren, but it wasn't clear if she was successful. Healing right when Saitama was surfacing. Really? Oh, okay. Let me check. I know she was doing a lot of healing during the fighting when he came from the airship. Okay, hang on. I gotta find that. It's been like a hot second. So when he was on the aircraft carrier, he was healing people. She was healing people. Let me see. So this is when Bang and no, Bang and Garo were doing stuff. Airship. So this is when Saitama and Flash came out of the dimensional rift that Blast made. This is when Platinum Sperm and then Flashy Flash. Which, speaking of sperm, we did have Black Sperm reappear in this chapter, saying that one day he is going to actually, regain his former powers by eating enough protein. So look on that. I mean, I said it before. I think we will see Platinum Sperm again, if not like a stronger version of himself, maybe like a new form. Same with Rover. I said with Phoenix Man still being alive as well. We'll probably see him come back as well with like the Brilliant Eagle mode that got redrawn out of the story. So there's a lot of stuff that calls back to a lot of redraw stuff and from the Monster Association arc here. Like outside of Nichiren, this is a really good chapter. Like I have no issues with it. It's just it's just Nichiren. Like Nichiren's like the only like MacGuffin in this chapter that I'm kind of like I don't really rock with. I'm gonna be real. Like that's the only fault I have in this chapter. It just feels weird. Like I say, I prefer the manga to the webcomic, despite all the changes. But when something's bad or something feels weird, I will call it out. Like again, I also mentioned in this chapter, I don't like
when they flash back to it, it reminded me I didn't like that they changed a Mask killing the civilians. Like a Mask is supposed to be a very complex character. Now they gave him like more character complexes later on with E Iron when like he had that moment when he thought back to Blast. Okay, but that can only go so far for me. I actually like that he did a very controversial thing and actually killed civilians, but he's still calling himself a hero. It's like that kind of stuff is more interesting than like his character dilemma with his psyche, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So when they changed that, I was like, I don't like that. Or when they redraw Putty Putty Prisoner's chapter that added basically nothing, I also didn't like that either. So I will call out stuff when it's, in my opinion, bad. It's just it's rare when it does. But this is one of those rare occasions where I'm like, I don't like that Nichiren's alive. I really don't. I really don't. Like it's like it's like okay, you're introducing Key, but it's like you could have done that like maybe in another way, like Nichiren's text or something. I won't be surprised if this gets a redraw. If this doesn't get redrawn later on, okay, fair enough. But it's like it just feels weird. It feels weird that he's alive. But I'm checking the chapters to see because Ogla, if I'm saying your name right, I'm sorry if I'm not. They said that Fubuki was healing him on the airship. I gotta check. This is when Sage Centipede pops off. We see the airship that Saitama's on. Blah 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 blah. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, Shiryu and his sister. By the way, more tan girls, please, because right now they're looking scrumptious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like Yuta's design is so good. And I know people are like, I don't know, like, are people now gonna like jump the bandwagon from Shiryu's sister to now Yuta? Probably. Probably. Let's see. Is it during when Garo and Saitama were fighting? Because I'm trying to find it here. With Sage Centipede, there's just so much. Hold up. Where is. Let me see. Yeah, Olga, if you have the actual chapter, that would be nice. So I don't have to scam through all this stuff. I gotta assume I'm getting close. Oh, I have to imagine. This is during the Sage Centipede stuff. Like, where would. Not this chapter. So let's go. Let's see. What is this? 159? So I'm here. I see. Yeah, this is when My Mask regenerated himself back from Fury King Ugly. So again, like a My Mask, again, being brought up in this chapter, he's been very, very weird. Like his characteristics, but also just physical abilities are just very odd for a person, quote unquote. So this is when Sage Centipede got split in half. Let me check next chapter. Let's see. So this is when a My Mask tried to. Okay, so here comes the ship. Let me see. So we have a My Mask carrying, I think, Metal Bat. We do. So I do remember Spring the Mustachio was carrying Nichiren, but I figured like, oh, it was to honorate his corpse. Fubuki does have her hand on him. Ah, I don't know. Like, okay, maybe it just feels like we're really like I don't know. Maybe Murata and One really liked this character when they were writing them, and maybe this has something to do with the swords lore later on. She is also kind of like pushing Spring Mustachio and them away in the next panel. Sister, hang in there. I'm giving you some of my energy. Is that safe? Aren't you under enough strain already? So Spring does say that. So is Spring saying that because she was trying to heal his master? Okay. Even with all this considered, which fair enough, fair enough. There are like but there again, it just feels like we're really trying to salvage this guy. It's like, but why? Like, let him die. Just, it's like Kinemon situation all over again. I don't know if it's as bad as Kinemon, but it's like, oh my god, the man was split in half. Just let him die. Again, like even if like the reasoning is there for him to live, the story stuff, it's like, but it's better for him to die because you had that whole segment where he's like, Kamizen, I leave it to you, like Atomic Samurai, like you must carry our legacy. It's like that's a great moment. But now that he's alive, it's like, but does he though? But does he? I don't know. Maybe it's still like he does because he's the strongest and like all that shit. All right. So, okay. Olga, thank you for that. I appreciate it. It does add to the reasoning why he's still alive. Thank you. So outside of that stuff, like again, we got Key introduced here, so that's pretty cool. Nichiren does like cool blade apple test that, like, Atomic Samurai is saying that you're literally striking an apple so fast and so skillful that it doesn't even recognize it's been cut. Again, that's if you ever read Kenshin, it's in Kenshin or watch Kenshin. If you are up to date with One Piece and read the SBSs on why Odin, when he cut the boar from Wano country, why didn't the boar die? It's like a BS answer, but it's just, oh, Odin literally was so powerful, so quick, but so skillful with his cut that the molecules in the objects, they are cut so pristine that they just fuse back together like nothing happened. So that's pretty cool. We're introducing that kind of stuff. So we're introducing cellular skills, which Atomic Samurai kind of can do. It's been back and forth in the manga. Okay, so again, Atomic Samurai got cool character stuff there with his master, appreciating his growth, but also he's realizing being a hero is not just for me to pass the time away. There's actually more stuff. He may be upset that Bang's gone, but he has more rivals like King he can face off against. And again, Nichiren's very glad that he's kind of like student in a way is growing. And maybe it's even foreshadowing that he might be a hero himself, or he'll come back to be a hero-like figure like Bomb was for the Monster Association. Maybe. I have a theory about that kind of stuff. So again, Genos and Saitama the lad coming back. Rover has a house. Same with Black Sperm. Genos interacts with Forte. He's like, give me your goddamn house so I can live next to my master. And then Genos is just not happy. Rover is getting attention. It's like, this bastard has a house. Why can't I have a house? It's like, yo, Genos, stop being a yandere for like 2 seconds. And then finally, we end off with what Atomic Samurai wanted to do, which was go to M City where King lives to see King and test his sword skills. Okay. So again, outside of the Nichiren, it's good. It's a good chapter. I actually like what they did for character and stuff. It's just like I feel like we're better off letting him die. We should just let him die. To quote a movie quote from Troy, the man wants to die. It's like, yo, let him die. But all right, he's alive. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that was the manga portion. For all those that came here for that, thank you. And again, if you're new here, if you're watching the VOD later on, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, all that YouTube jargon. And I will see you guys next time, which should be 2 weeks from now. So hopefully we'll have a better schedule. I don't like that they were releasing late because they did this for the last chapter. I'm like, please stop. Like, Qbari, please get your chapters up a little bit earlier. But if that's the case, we'll make do. So yeah, in 2 weeks' time, so we'll be back on the 26th for the manga content. We're still waiting for the webcomic, but we'll wait and see when the translators get to that. So stay tuned in that. Again, I have videos planned. I will do video content for One Punch Man for sure. For sure. I got stuff cooking. And yeah, so again, thank you guys for showing out for the manga content. Now, we're going to go into the webcomic stuff. So you like that, or you just don't care about spoilers, this would be the time for that. So, again, appreciate all of you guys that were here for the manga portion. Now, for webcomic. 3, 2, 1. So, still no King in Atomic Samurai, but we're building it to it now. So the Apple test, like, which I like this little foreshadowing that we're gonna get the apple scene next chapter with Nichiren doing the apple. That's kind of cool. Again, they're setting up more of the molecular style that Atomic Samurai was fearing in the webcomic. Here, Nichiren can do it. So I don't know if next chapter, when King does his quote unquote masterful sword skills, like in the webcomic, is there going to be a new feat that he thinks he's doing? Like, instead of molecularly cutting the apple, is he saying he's cutting the atoms? Like, oh, is he doing that shit? Maybe. Maybe. We'll wait and see. But that should be happening next chapter. So we're finally getting the apple moment everyone's been waiting for. Yes, yes, yes. The apple's coming. It is coming. Again, like I said for the manga portion, I don't understand why we're letting Nichiren live. Like, we're clearly setting up a lot of stuff with Atomic Samurai to get more character stuff, because in the webcomic, he's just training. That's it. But because of the last arc, he's got a lot more character stuff, not only from his swords circle that he's in, but also from the hero stuff, which I do like that they highlighted here, which is really nice. That's cool that he's treating hero like work more than just a hobby. He's like genuinely getting psyched to be a hero, which is cool. I like that. It's just like, why have Nichiren alive then? It's like, maybe it's because we're now introducing the Sunblade, which derives not only from his focus that we saw, but maybe it's key. So that's going to be like more power ups for Onyx Samurai in the future, because he does need it, because the community just loves to trash him. So this key control, you can circulate your ki in your weapon and it will become a perfect part of your body, which again is a lot of Japanese sword culture. Become one with your sword and it's an extension of yourself. And then how he's using ki, it's even going so far as prosthetic limbs are making himself feel like he's one with it. So, Atomic Samurai, to master the sword, is like Sunblade. It's going to take more than just skillful swordplay and even like your mental cognitive function. It's going to mean mastering ki control. Now, in the webcomic, because they didn't mention it in the manga, in the webcomic, if we remember, Tatsumaki did talk about ki herself instead of being QI, because I'm pretty sure that's how Nichiren says it here. Let me see. Yeah, QI, but CHI, it's the same thing. She talks about ki as well, how psychics can manipulate the natural ki inside people. So, in a way, it's coming back, but not the same. So, we replace the psychics talking about ki for the samurai, which I'm okay with. That makes maybe a little bit more sense. So, that's cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so this is going to be another power up for Atomic Samurai in the future to get stronger and master the Sunblade. Again, this is some extra like like Netro shit right now, so that's kind of cool. Kind of cool, very interesting. Also reminds me of Darth Maul. I mentioned that, like how he got cut in half and yet he still lived, but was on rage. Um, I like, again, more new characters. The manga is adding the stack of new characters, so that's pretty cool. So we have the children of the Fallen Masters. Yuta, again, very Arabian. I like her design. And Shindo. So, just like how Shiryu and even his sister are essentially new characters, both manga and webcomic, that are being introduced to maybe like spike the Hero Association up. Nichiren remarks here that being a hero isn't so bad. This might mean later on, we're going to get maybe new disciples of swordsmen from these guys. Maybe. Maybe. Because we even have Shindo talking about chivalry and all that stuff, which his name is derived from. So that's kind of cool. So these guys might, eventually become heroes themselves for their own purposes. That'll be kind of cool. How powerful are they? I'm gonna imagine at bare minimum, they are as powerful as like EI and the other students and Spring Mustachio. We have Yuta who wants to eradicate the Monster Association or whatever remnants are there. So just like Flashy Flash. So again, shared common goal. That's pretty interesting. We're setting up also that the disciples, because of how more connected they were, or interacted they were with a My Mask, they are very fixated on him, which I think's going to come back for the My Mask arc. When he does transform into a monster, they might actually be there to see him. So that's going to be cool. So more focused, more of an in-depth arc is, I think, being set up for a My Mask, which that's a plus. When it happened in the manga, people loved it. So we're going to get more stuff on My Mask. All for it. All for it. Again, this is a good chapter. Again, they set up stuff about key control again, but now for the swordsman, I'm okay with that. That helps Atomic Samurai's growth in the future. They talk about sword skills too, about how you're literally supposed to be as maybe there's key involved with that too, but it's also like just in the way that you move your sword, reminding them about like Zoro back in the day, which One Piece hasn't done in a while. Sword skill matters. So again, you're playing on both spirituality and skill for Atomic Samurai and the Swordsman to get stronger for the future. Very cool. You're hinting at the apple. That's going to happen next chapter with, King doing the whole, oh, I cut through molecules, but not really. But again, I'm not too sure how we're going to play that now, unless Atomic Samurai's like, did he cut atoms or something like that? At the end of the day, I think Atomic Samurai will, live up to his monicum. I think by the end of the story, with his sword skill and power of ki, he will be able to cut atoms. I'm calling it now. He's going to be able to do it. Because in the webcomic again, he said like cutting cells that was like a huge deal to him. He couldn't do that. But if we remember correctly, even in the redraw stuff, the original chapter, he was kind of making a condensed slash against Black Sperm to cut his cells completely out of existence. That's gone, kind of, but there is the beelines cut. So maybe in the future, like, we'll see some skills with that. I don't know. There's just a lot of cool build-up for Atomic Samurai. I like the focus and a My Mask. We still get the Genos part here with Saitama and Forte. That remained the same. Black Sperm and Rover. I believe Genos did say to him in the manga, like, or in the webcomic, give me your house because I want to live next to Sensei. So that's still the same. And then again, we're going to end off with the Atomic Samurai and King face off next chapter. Maybe some stuff might be rewritten, but relatively it's going to be the same. And then after that, we should be getting into the Ninja Village arc. Again, unless we're going to get more new content, which yes and no, I'm okay for. Okay. Yeah. So I think overall this chapter is like a good. It's an 8 to maybe 7.5. Why I say it's a 7.5 is again, I've said this ad nauseum. Nichiren. I don't know how I feel about Nichiren being alive. Like, again, I'll call out the good stuff. I will. But when I see bad stuff, I'm gonna call it out. One Punch Man manga has rarely done that. But this is a controversial move that I am not too sure how I feel. But for right now, because of, again, Olga, again, I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. But they brought up the fact that, yes, that Fubuki was kind of doing some healing esque kind of thing to him while Spring Mustachio was carrying him. Okay. And maybe alongside that, obviously, key control 2, cybernetics. My theory that maybe somehow Saitama, the causality punch, it fucked with the timeline, so he's okay. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. That's like the only flaw of this chapter. Outside of that, bueno. Keeps to the webcomic and then some. Perfect. But then that one little thing that I'm like, this could have been like an easy 8.5 to a 9. But again, cool stuff with Atomic Samurai and the Samurais. They're cool. The Sword Council, the new characters. Yuta, loving that design. A My Mask character stuff, an investigation. Muy bueno. Lore about new power system, about key control. Learning to be more skillful with your blade. Always awesome. And then we're going to get a King and Atomic Samurai showdown. Perfect. And then Genos and Saitama looking like Chads, as always. So, yeah. 8 to like 7.5. Okay. Let me just double check. Is TCB Scans, do they have the chapter up? Probably not. For one, they still don't have it. Okay, so tomorrow, hopefully, I'm praying that one, the webcomic chapter is going to get translated, and two, the One Piece chapter is going to get translated. Again, I know they have a hard job. They don't have a lot of people that do it. They are the unsung heroes for manga, for online sources. I would like it if they did it a little bit quicker, just throwing that out there. But I get that they can be short staffed and it's a lot of work. So I do appreciate what they do for us. So hopefully, one, if maybe both, will be out tomorrow. We'll try to do it around, like, I'm hoping 12 o'clock. If not, we'll see. We will plan for it accordingly. But outside of that, that's where we'll be leaving off. So again, 2 weeks from now, we should be coming back with the Atomic Samurai and King thing. And then maybe at the end of it, we should be getting to the Ninja Village arc. We'll see. Again, maybe new stuff's going to happen. Who knows? All right, we're going to sign off. Again, shout out to the new people that were in chat. Thank you again for coming out. For those who are listening later on in the VOD, I appreciate it as always. Like the video, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all that YouTube jargon. I hope everyone has a good day, a good night, a good afternoon, wherever you may be. Stay safe. And I'll see you on the next one. And hopefully we'll get a better explanation on why this old man will not die. But yeah, take care. See you. Video content will be coming out for One Punch Man. I promise. Take care. See you then.